I remember one time to the minor championship that we won. We were playing, no, it was the local, it must have been somewhere in Cork City we were playing. We played Ballinastic in the final. But they were all into the bowlers, the young fellas, and Harry Combs was the treasurer. And there was nothing paid for, you would call for your drinking, it was put on the book with a thing, but Harry calling after and he'd pay for it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I remember there was 9 points a lager. Who drank the 9 points a lager? 9 different new fellas. Harry refused to pay for it. He says, George, you're 7 underage drinkers, why are you paying for it?
I always go back to the first time we ever travelled abroad. Father Phil was over in Newport, and he invited us over to Newport for a game. And that time, we went over in the Innisfallen, and there was a lot of drinkers on the team, let's put it that way. They were drinking all night. And we went over, and we went out, and we played the match, and we came in at half-time, and there was a load of beer inside, crates of beer inside at half-time. And of course, again, the boys started drinking again. And they were going out onto the field, and there were langers out onto the field. We got a penalty, and Lambert says, so Dennis Shane took the penalty, and he nearly hit the corner flag with the penalty. He did. But like, we had the great crack there, you know, it was good. Father Phil was playing full forward with Newport. His brother was playing full back. And you swear they were arch enemies the way they tore into each other. Like, I always remember that trip. Like, I was very young at the time. I went over there. Like, I was very young at the time.
1961, we won the football, under 15 football and hurling championship, and under 15 football and hurling league. But one of our lads was overage, and we lost everything.
Yeah.
What was that? Who was it?
No comment.
Johnson. You know, and this fella shocked him.
I remember one of my first times playing in the junior team. I was in goal, and I noticed one of the brothers was playing full back, and he came up to me and he says, "The ball will come in, the man will come in, but the two of them won't come in on their own." He says, "Don't you worry about that. They won't come in." He says.
I remember we were playing minor. Was it minor? I think it was minor. There was a couple of trips out to Ballinlough, no, like we played the Glen and stuff like that, like, you know. But you're talking about cakes, no, like what a crack. Donal Sully's old man, Donal Sullivan, used to have the Gatto van.
We used to go to school in that, man.
Into the back of the Gatto van, I swear to God, used to be cakes to eat, and I don't know how fellas play games. They'd be coming out after.
We'd go to school every morning in the back of that, boy, and Jesus Christ, I'd have to be doing the stock take, like.
I'm telling you.
Because we were hammered by fucking Gatto cakes before.
Unreal.
The Swiss rolls, boy. So you had no chance if you decided, you know what I mean, that you weren't going to play at all, you know, there's a game today, we're not going to go, like, you know, we just looking out the window. And next to the pair outside your fucking door, like, you know what I mean?
You had to go, and that was the end of it, like.
You know what I mean?
There was no getting away.
But it was great, like, you know what I mean? They pulled some teams out of somewhere, by. It was great, honestly, you know.
Like that now, I don't know, do you remember this at all? We were down in Murphy's Rock, and like it was the week we got beaten in or it was a draw, and we were playing the following week in the second game in the county. And he brought us from Murphy's Rock up to Marco's. Remember Marco's house?
Oh, yeah.
Out the back, a slab of Bulmer or a slab of Heineken, and we all had a can of Heineken each, the whole team. Do you know, it was class, like, do you know?
Yeah, it was, in fairness, it was,
Unheard of.
But the comment he did was very strong as well.
It was,
people getting involved. It was a big club at that time. Like.
Yeah.
The opening, especially up here, it brought the whole lot together.
Yeah.
I remember going to an AGM up in the old in the clubhouse. And this certain gentleman went out to the toilet, and when he came in, he was chairman.
Go on, I'll tell you how.
I want to say because they couldn't get him to take a position.
Right, okay.
And he went out to the loo, and while he was gone, Swan and they proposed him, and someone seconded him.
Yeah.
When he came out, go up the top table.
Pat Doolan.
Pat
Doolan, happy days, man. She got rest of the soul.
Yeah, Pat Doolan. I remember himself in Barry, used to be playing taking frees outside before the games now, like, and they'd say, put a point in it, like, that I beat you in free take, and like, sure, you go into the bar, then they'd have a point talking about the bars, like, no, like, being open afterwards.
He said, come in and have 2 points. He said, put one fast one and one slow. and he'd have the fast one or the fraud. He'd think that.
yeah. He's
He'd wait for the other one to settle down.
Yeah, it's been great crack altogether. Great crack.
We have another recruit waiting. We do.
Good stuff.
Thankfully, I know
Excellent
the time
stuff.
I-
Anything else you'd like to add, lads?
Oh, nothing. That were the best days of my life. They were the best days of my life. Jeez, I don't want to see half the fucking things now that are actually here.
Yeah, no, they were great
You know what I
times.
mean?
They were great
Oh,
times.
they were the best.
Yeah. And they're memories you have forever, aren't they?
Forever, exactly, boy.
But sure, the year we went to the final of the Junior A hurling, know that we were talking about
Ah,
earlier,
92.
That was the second
that was
day.
the second
That was
day.
some year that way.
That was the second day.
And then I'd say it was in, I
We
nearly
beat,
swear.
we beat the Piercings, Bishopstown and Rockies second teams
Yeah, yeah.
with our second team, and they were senior hurling at the time.
Should Mickey
And
Mullins-
me was first team.
Yeah.
Mickey Mullins was playing fucking Bears that night.
That's right.
And
And
Gary
Can
Cup
was
was there.
half back and
Can the Beast.
Can the Beast. And when we beat that crap in the game before, and Can the Beast was half back, and we were saying, "Can you remember back when Mickey Mullins was captain? Was there? Bring on Mickey Mullins." I was up to Nardoy.
That's right.
And we all ran out of the dressing room, and he ran so fast he tumbled over, he fell down the ground. Oh, they were great, yes.
That in locked dressing room. Huh?
Do you remember?
You could hear the crowd next door, and they could hear you. No wonder there used to be fucking murder. Come on, I'm going to tear the head off these fellas, you will be shit.
Remember
back through the wall.
Yeah.
we got Sully, Pat Sullivan, to tag off. We were short, and he came into the dressing room, and we made up gear for a man, got the gear on him. He must be 51, and there's a big crowd round that. It was like the Trojan horse to try. He said, "For fuck's sake," he said, "gather round me, they'd be all laughing." So we put Sully into the middle, and we all got round, and we ran down the hill, and next thing he
Protected him.
Yeah. And sure he got a goal in 2 pints or something afterwards.
He was a superstar by him.
But like the 80s, when you think of it, right? Like you'd be so insulated in your own team at underage. Like I knew what was happening above me. The juniors were fucking every second year. Like I'd say what was stopping them was that they went on the piss so long.
Yeah.
The following year they were bait to the ropes, and then they'd come up the following year and they'd wipe the floor with the city again. But we were coming behind that. Like when I joined the club under 14, we hoovered trophies. Like we won the minor county, minor football league, and minor hurling league double, right? But what was coming up behind us, I hadn't a clue. Barry Egan, James.
Yeah.
Christian
Kevin.
Milledge.
It was incredible
John
at the
Austin.
time. Like,
Christian Milledge was a good
He's a
superstar.
Christian was going to be superstar.
Paul McCarthy played the Cork football under 21 afterwards. He was a little bit behind them.
Eddie Healy, John O.
Georgie.
Georgie.
Yeah.
But like Mark McElhenney and Georgie and Polly
Well,
Cummins, Jesus, like I'd be honest with you, even though he's my best buddy, underage, Polly was probably.
Paul was one of the best
Yeah.
players in the club.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Victor Goff.
Actually, they wanted to pick
Victor
up
is-
that.
We
Yeah,
had three,
the league.
we had 3 players on the Northman Harty winning team, 2 at midfield and 1 at centre forward.
They were not on that show as well. They got to the
They got
final
beaten
of it.
by
They got
Bor-
beat, were they? In the
Bor-
final,
and
yeah.
So that Bor team was the Offaly team that
Yeah.
fucking hoovered up in the 90s.
That's right, yeah.
That's how strong the club was then.
Yeah, great. And as we said, it was intermediate. The junior team was backing it up because you had 23 or 24 in the intermediate team. You had the same in the junior
And,
team.
and Lord Lovers,
Yeah.
you had to go across 2 cornfields to get in here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
There was no good.
And we got poor old Jimmy Welch then. Lord of mercy, Jimmy's dead now too, sure. Jimmy eating the south side.
Oh, Jimmy,
Yeah.
oh, Jesus.
Christ, he
Jimmy
hit me
was
with a
a
slip.
couple of-
He hit me
no,
with a
yeah,
slip
yeah.
into the throat there open
Yeah.
training one night by a clock. Do you remember that? I thought me life was all over. He fucking hated me. I could see him lying in the air.
Jimmy hated everyone.
He could see me
Jimmy
lying
hated
in
life.
and he hated by and before I
hated
knew
himself.
it, there was stars. He didn't even come in and say sorry, you know what I mean?
He came up here one Sunday. He was drinking at the time, so he gave up the drink again. And he was on the piss for a week, and he was sitting on the nearly, and he came up. He went to know he had a ham inside in the bag. There was a smell after ham. Now there's nearly worms coming over, and he went to know what anyone to buy the ham off. From up here, and
Yeah, yeah.
He came from
Remember
Blackpool.
the bus to Karen's O'Reilly?
Yeah.
Foxy Conan drove the bus.
Yeah,
yeah.
And he decided to come back over Knocknagree, and he lost. We got lost.
We got lost.
I'll never forget that as long as I
We
live.
got hockey blood and
We did.
That was Tom Rady.
Tom
always.
Rady
That was his
organised
home club.
Yeah.
We
That
got
was a
hockey.
rude awakening. That was the year before we went up intermediate.
The man was playing with Morgan Nix. Was it Kelly Stale at the time?
Yeah, yeah.
He fucking
We
beat
got
us
mangled
all
up the
way.
gate, and then we got lost coming home.
Well, small John Kello, remember we were stuck for a player there once.
Small John down
Small
that
John.
goal.
Yeah.
You know, the only just been out on the field. And he came off the side and he got the cock over the side.
He should get slagged over that, eh?
Yeah. Till the grass won't
The grass
grow
won't
there.
grow.
Grow there. We used to train down in the, what we used to call the under, or the Krishna Bandman pitch below. I remember we ran leads down from here to put in my dad's spotlights.
But remember at the start, the cars was at the
Cars,
park.
the
because
headlights.
The cars was parked up on top of the hill.
Yeah.
We were training at night. The time when we got to the county final in the 82.
Yeah.
With the junior hurlers. And all the cars would be running with the headlights on, and we'd be training on the
slopey pitch.
We got
pitches
very
and all that.
fancy then, we got a few spotlights. And what we done, we were going down there one night, and I had the plug going down to connect. So you go down and set up the spotlights, and right, plug it in now. They had a bloody plugged in there, and I was going down, I got a shot like the wind blowing up the fucking here. They weren't plugging in, you gave me the shot, like.
So is that what happened, John?
Jesus Christ, I never blown up the air.
You'll never right after.
I know, never right there.
I think actually I gave Pat Nash my helmet because he can get the belts. Yeah, I get that on there, but.
We won it, remember 21 against Douglas.
Oh yeah.
Myself and Gavin went, Ray Sullivan was managing the team, remember that?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So myself and Gavin said we go for a few pints on the Saturday, and we began out of Tipples early before Ray came in. So we just moved on to a different pub. We came up here.
With the Bridget?
Went to the Bridget actually,
So we went
and we
to-
came up here the following morning.
There's a good story there actually. One of the lads that we played that final, and we played the 21B final. So
Douglas.
when we came into the clubhouse, the bar used to be there at the time now. So there was probably 25 of us there, you know. So when the lad was sitting down, he gets a pint of Murphy's. So somebody says to him, "What are you doing?" He says, "What?" He goes, "We have a final there in about a half an hour." No. Yeah, because I had no drink last night. The uncle. I stayed in last night, so I said I'm on today.
Yeah, and definitely fucking bright for sure.
But I think everyone would, you know, like, all the good stories, like, but the Gadavan definitely was the, like, we had a mentor up here with us, he was driving a Gadavan, so he was, the fellas has been home, and he was always saying to us, "Lads, no taking any chocolate out from the back of the van." So one day anyway, myself, Brian and Kevin Egan, we were getting to spin down to him. At that time we had the old road, so he'd have to drop us off by the grotto. So the two gear bags, my gear bag and Brian's gear bag, but Kevin's gear bag was in the thing, so I put the box of cakes into Kevin's gear bag because I knew he wouldn't get such, because he was a neighbour of his. So when we got out of the van, we went up to my house. And we walking down through Blackpool, and I goes, "Kevin, what's your gear bag?" He said, "I gave the Dole. Dole was going to drop it off to my mum's house after." So we then run back up the hill and get the gear bag before Dole took it out of the van.
That's why we don't have too many stories of finals. We're eating cakes.
Chocolate rolls. Chocolate rolls.
Inside the ghetto, we were playing a football match down there one day against St. Nick's, and the bio was coming on. It was our team, like, so he was a bit younger. Gabby was known for getting a red card every now and again. So he was over one side of the pitch, and Gabby came on and gave the ref the slip. He was running in, play corner forward, and before he got into his position, he got a red card. He was past him. What was your one's there?
Shane O'Neill, wasn't it?
Shane O'Neill. I turned my head back, and Gabby was pumping that off.
I think I was protecting myself, as they say now.
So there was a bit of rivalry, and it was mostly a grudge. I remember we played a junior hurling match in their main pitch one day, and our minors were playing down the bottom pitch against them. And Ray Sullivan started fighting with Imam Mulcahy, Thomas Mull's brother.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a big it kind of spilled over by the sideline. I got pushed up against the fence, looking down onto the small pitch, and I couldn't move because there was about 40 fellas pushed against me. There was nothing I could do. So instead, I just watched the fight that was going on in the minor match at the exact same time below between Glennies and the Glen as well.
But even there, we was laughing about that a few weeks ago. We played White's Cross in the semi-final league. I think it was 2013 football out in White's Cross, and it was a league, a semi-final league, Max Sweeney Cup, I can't remember. But the keeper was down to, we were point up anyway, but time was up. And the keeper was down to take out the kick out, but Conor went on, he kicked the ball away from the keeper. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, so we'll have to do anything to win, like, you know, so. He got a yellow card for
Yeah.
we got over the line that day.
Well, we beat the Bears in the final.
We beat the Bears in the final, yeah.
We were playing up Mayfield one day, I was standing next to on the sideline, one of the boys, I can't remember who we were playing against, was going up the sideline, you tripped him. Do you remember that? You tripped your man.
Oh,
I can't
that was a
remember.
minor match.
I can't remember what it was like.
I was suspended for that.
We played in 2000, I think the week before we played the county, Vinci was in for the show, and in a small dog, he did his
Comes, yeah, that.
So he came up, Vinci small dog came up and started waiting for himself with the fucking dog. Right himself, he not tongue, really.
I remember, Ricky, I think 97, the Foley, they played, Liam Foley, no, like, he was a fucking great player, like a hardy bastard. But then he played a challenge out here. Kilbert, he broke his hand and he missed the county final, yeah. Jesus, yeah, it was a bad injury, yeah.
We went away actually, I think it was story, there was about 100 went away, you know?
I couldn't go. It booked in Ireland, we couldn't go.
Yeah.
I remember we were over there and, you know, we were doing these tours over there, we went out on a fishing trip, you know? And all the lads, but like there was fierce drinking going on, you know, like, but Colin Titley, you know, and a few of the lads, like, we got onto the boat to go fishing from Ireland. The boat wasn't out of the harbour and there was about 5 lads getting sick over the wall. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What you call it, Owen Zillman was a mere story, Charlie Kong, the reason 150.
Yeah.
And he was giving Dennis Cummins a spin home.
Right.
And they went down to the end of the road. And Sir Jolly Kong put his feet down anyway, you know, to see if there was anybody coming, like.
Yeah.
Drove off. Went down to Dennis's gaff, yeah. Come out, no sign of Dennis. Dennis was also after putting his feet down. Sir Jolly Kong took off. And Dennis was left standing there.
There was another good one, I think you were there this day. We went up to play, I think the Cork under 21s were in the final up in Thurles. And it was against we went up and played a challenge match. I think Kevin Egan might be playing for the Cork under 21s at the time.
He was. No, we played a call from Galway, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Galway.
I think so. But we went up and played anyway, and we all ended up in the Thurles after the match. And Pat Sullivan, now mentioned, was there. Pat opens up like a guy in Hispanic. And his whole Sunday roast is inside in the bag for the terrace.
Carnage.
But yeah, like my dad, I heard in the board and Nog meetings there a second ago. Like I talked to my dad now about board and Nog. He said he'd go out with John Harnow to the board and Nog meetings out in Nemo. That's where they'd be on.
That's right.
Always in Nemo. Nemo's old ground. Trebeg.
Yeah.
And he said he'd go out and John would just sit there like that for the meeting anyway. And then out come Delaney's versus the Pearshig on so no, and he'd be putting his hand up straight away, and there were a lot of words said out of him for the whole thing. But by God, when it came to the end's fixtures, he'd put his 2 feet in there straight away.
The only one I remember playing with that was out there against Newtown Chandler. Like he only roasted Pat Mulcahy. And Pat Mulcahy got taken off, and then I went off after him. The old comedy, I'd love to get one of them jumpers as well.
Comedy jumpers.
The old Delaney jumpers, yeah. Oh yeah, you have to be of a certain age.
I didn't know you got 1-9 that day against the Farrells in the relegation. Remember when Eddie picked the ball off the ground and Pat O'Connor nearly jumped out of the
picked it off twice.
Pat O'Connor nearly jumped. First 3 leagues, I hamper back and pass it back to the goalkeeper.
I remember that. We were out in the main pitch there, I think.
Out in the main pitch.
That was our first day up here, I think.
It was our first day up here, yeah. Instead of taking a shot for goal, I hand
Is that fella's useless?
Vinci on goal, but he's faking every mad thing, like, isn't he? Jesus. Because I talked to him recently there and he was on about just Delaney's and he goes, he'd nothing to do with her now. But he knew who Vinci was. He worked with Vinci. He says, I remember coming in one Monday morning after Delaney's game. He said he was like a unicorn, he was just getting the belt to slip straight into the floor. The thing was fucking huge and he says, he came in down the bottom to him, we fucking won.
That was confined, he'd asked the game, he put on his head out. When we after one of the games there, we played the Glen in the Meath County that year, we played down the replaying Parky Ring. As I imagine Vince came into the dressing room and he started bopping us all saying, well done. He bust my lip, I said, well done, bye, thanks Vince.
Not even the training. Crack me out with Alan Springs Owen, not by a tower when you're training with Terry.
But even when Vince and Mark were fighting the Sharks inside the restaurant to train, when he called him a pig. He grabbed him.
Those the two boys were back in the
That was unreal, man.
Remember that train with Turley was go through that year for the county down Murphy's Rock, like. So remember the first day we were training with bring runners. I said we all run except Mark McLean, no runners. And Ian Peel was on the panel the same year, he was training mad. And he came up before with a nice pair of new white K Swiss runners and he put them onto the bench and McLean saw him, he took them, he wore them on Murphy's Rock. He went through the river, through the muck. I came back after training and Peel was like, where are my runners, lads? And I just took them up, handed to himself laughing. Things were destroyed, they're brand new.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I think Kevin Egan was the defender as well, he was a good few times as well.
If O'Connor were swapping in between them, I'd say that day.
When Gerald Power did up the sack when he carried the sack he came with he had filled the chat, to fill your own bag. Carried the bag of rocks down Murphy's Rock. But Gerald Power did a couple of pebbles in the back and he's like this, and he started calling him back. What are you doing, boy? He made him fill it to the top.
Oh, fuck's sake.
The old Toyota. Who did you see his small activity, Lester Pickett. Every time you see me out the window, but
He obviously be passing when you go to matches.
that's right.
You're walking with a dog.
Most likely, why God rest him.
I don't think there's any generation after coming through that didn't cross paths with Johnny, like Johnny Lehan, in fairness, like.
Even fixing the hurleys there, like you get a hurley there and you break it, you get it back, you get a
You might get it back for 2 seasons later, but you still get it back.
It'd be
You might get lucky and get someone else's hurley back and you get your one.
Be better than hurleys
We all went to the bowler too in the old days.
Yeah, it was handy for the county final. You had the bar open for the real thing, like.
And
you couldn't have done celebrations anywhere else. It was just the perfect spot.
the guards came in with 6:30 in the morning after come final. Lads, come on, go home. Back.
I had an umbrella that day, it was raining. So I had the umbrella up, but I flicked it. The umbrella fucking flew, like, but I should have landed at the guard's feet, like, you know, I should have get out now, like.
Done for assault. I remember Mammy was away that week after and Daddy was on the piss for the week. We were starving for the come in the week. We'd not eat for a week.
There's only peanuts you could
eat. Crisps and bottles of Coke.
Bacon fries and Coke.
So we were supposed to be in college, me and Connor, for that. Fuck's sake, college.
The college.
It was the best excuse ever, like. We were supposed to be on the north side orbital. Stop and say tea, never got off and go around again.
Packed the town into the cinema.
You want to go any fellas?
The north and south side orbital were well used.
A degree in the sightseeing of Cork City.
Is that when Spriggsy had Coney?
No, that was over in the league.
Where was that?
I think that was the day Spriggs whipped in his own foot. He put it on the bottle and hit his own foot. And some of the crowd showed up, he hit his own foot. Pretty hard with it. Gone to his ear. That was a league game up in Whitechurch.
Was that a league game? I thought that was championship.
There'd be so many fucking games over the years, it'd be hard to keep fucking track of them, don't they?
There's
hundreds of them.
Jesus.
A lot of games.
There was a fella from Waterford then. There was a Waterford or Wexford started playing with us. Foxy fella.
And half hours, is it?
Yeah, I can't think of his name. He was the first fella that brought a hamstring into the lane.
He gave it to me, didn't he?
I remember Dinner Buckley saying, in fairness to Dinner Buckley turns around and he says, the only bit of hamstring I ever heard, he says, was something I hit me mouth, he says. I'm waiting for your man. So your man was out for 6 weeks. Finberg really killed him. You know, it was the first time that this hamstring started coming around up the club, like, you know. But
I can remember the matches now. I was only a young fella, but I can remember going out to Ballinlough to watch them. The 3 matches, they were brilliant.
Oh, we were great.
Yeah,
Cheers, we had a good team that time. Cheers, Declan Collins, when Declan Collins broke my Deneen's leg out in Ballinlough.
Did he?
He did. Yeah. Ball, there was a bit of a scuffle in the corner, and Declan Collins ran in. He says to Moya jumped. Moya never jumped. Decky pulled. Ball down, blew the ball down the field. Moya stretched it off. And he says after the match, I told him jump. Training was another thing that we didn't sort of like that, like, you know.
Oh no, the training was great.
Like I remember, do you remember training when we were in the old clubhouse?
I remember training in the old clubhouse.
And you go across to the field in the winter, the hayfield, and you do the running and
I'm too young now for that.
You'll be laying down on your back and you'll have the spikes of the hay coming up. You had to do it and that was it, like, you know.
Do you remember training up to you don't?
No.
But I suppose
I remember the clubhouse at the top of Dublin. But I don't remember.
I remember when Mick Barry had the confectionery business at the time at the bottom of Shandon Street, and as a treat then, he'd come up one of the nights with a van with a cake.
That's right.
And we used to get a cake and a glass of milk or something. that was the big thing back in the day.
Oh, it was, yeah. You know, that was a treat, like, you know. Jesus. But that was for your effort then. Exactly. Eat the cake, but you have to lose the weight. No, don't do it, you know. But they were tough in those days. Like when you come up, you no shower or nothing. Then back into about 4 of you in the one car, smelling like, you know.
Yeah, but
it was great. Like
there was no showers back in them days.
No.
You used to go into the bath.
Yeah.
And the eldest brother got the first
Get
bath.
out, one after the other.
Exactly.
Yeah. The last was Banky. You know.
Because you remember Anna Hackett always said, do the figure 8.
Yeah, that's right.
What did the figure 8? I don't know.
Yeah, and I've been known for many years afterwards having the worst swing in this club because I was learning that figure 8. I was trying to take the head off people.
And the legs.
And the legs, yeah.
And it was all ground hurling.
Remember Jane collapsed in the goal one year with her back? Remember? Oh, I remember that.
And the ball was up the other end and she collapsed down in the goal.
We probably didn't let her off. We probably told her to stand up and keep going. To be fair,
we probably put her up. Imagine that really downful back, Jane, get up off the floor. He all used to meet out drinking in your Cubans, and one night they must have had a great night. I followed up to training the next morning. Training was cancelled. They met Derek that night. They persuaded Derek
to cancel
training, but never told. Should we no phones? That's right.
Sarah turned up on her own. Oh my God.
Training. Where's training? I killed Derek. Killed him saying, Derek, you can't be cancelling training because the group of girls are out in the lash.
But
and I remember Paul Sloan saying to me, Sarah, do me a favour. We had an argument or something, I don't know. He says, see the goalkeeper up there? He goes, that's my head. I think that day I scored about 3 or 4 goals. He annoyed me so much, he made me so angry. And it worked. We were playing against married women as well.
Oh, we were. And children.
And with children on the sideline going over feet and the children or the child be down by the side of the goal in the buggy.
I was the game member, Ballinora.
Yeah.
I was only about 12. I was this height and I put in corner forward. I was like, oh my God, and the women were there.
Yeah, but great women.
But I was out there, I remember, against Valley Rovers, and like that now, marking a woman, and next the child comes running and goes, Mom, I have my wheeze. And you're standing in the back line going, really? Like, she was like,
what is going on? And then the bus broke down there. They pushed the bus all the way. They still played a match.